say you'll listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry.
Welcome to another episode of Yeah, No, I Know. But before we get started, a little disclaimer. Nothing in this podcast is being claimed as fact. Most everything discussed here are our own individual, personal opinions, beliefs, and experiences. We encourage you to always do your own research and form your own opinions. Nothing one person says on this podcast goes for everyone here. Each individual speaking is speaking only for themselves and no one else on the podcast. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started.
Happy New Year! Happy 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Do your poppers, ladies.
Oh.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Wait, I don't.
Okay, let's not get it in our
If you're just on the
cups.
podcast, it's going to be loud. I can take my cone hat off now.
Actually, no, I think you need to leave it on.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, the smell, like smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it smells good. I love that.
Probably not good for pregnancy.
Yeah, probably not.
It's okay. Doors are open.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Yeah, No, I Know. Welcome to 2022, and hopefully, I think our audio is going to sound a lot better today.
Yeah.
Jenna's husband put these awesome mics. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it right now. There's a mic for each of us right in front of our face, and they look so fancy.
We're like
yeah.
so professional.
We
So
look
official.
so legit, you guys.
So official.
And we have our new sign.
Oh,
Finally.
yeah. I totally forgot about that. I mean, I talked about it when I came in and
Yeah.
talking to Ken about it. I was like, that looks really, really good. I love it.
We're ready to go.
Ready to go, kind of. We're
Ready
all kind
for
of a
the
mess
new year.
today.
Yes,
but-
oh my
well,
gosh.
actually, not you. You're fine.
Oh, no. I'm kind of a mess.
You have a headache.
I have a headache.
You just
Yeah.
feel like a pile today.
Autoimmune crap, you know.
Yeah. Everyone would have thought that it was from drinking too much,
No.
right? On New Year's Eve.
Nope, I have a food
I haven't-
hangover.
Yeah, I didn't even have a glass of wine or anything. You just ate bad, and then I have a headache because I didn't drink enough water yesterday.
And I didn't have caffeine this morning.
Me neither.
And when you have a 5-month-old who wakes up throughout the night like 5-6 times, you really need that caffeine.
Ugh, I bet. All
So here we are.
Here we are.
So happy New Year to us.
And welcome to our new YouTube channel. We moved over from my channel because we wanted to start adding in some other little fun episodes called Yeah, No, We Don't Know, where we kind of talk about like events that are going on. And we're not a news channel, so we just do our research, and it's called that because we don't really know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're looking to you guys to give us information too. So
Yeah, it'll be fun.
maybe we'll take callers.
We can actually
Ooh.
take callers on this
Yeah.
new mixer soundboard thing that's sitting in front of us that you can't see.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we are also on YouTube. I will leave the YouTube link in the description, and you can check it out there if you want. But yeah, we have a brand new YouTube channel, so subscribe, turn on notifications for our weekly episodes. I think we're going to stick to Tuesdays, but if that changes, we'll let you guys know. But today's episode is basically just all about, we don't really have a docket or a plan for today's episode. We're all kind of just here today, so
We showed up.
surviving. So I think we're going to kind of talk about New Year's resolutions, what you're looking forward to this new year. You know, there's all those cliche New Year's resolutions, and do you buy into that? You know, so we can all kind of chat about it. So I guess we can just kick it off with that. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions yourself?
You know, I feel like I'm still kind of working on mine. I do like New Year's. I love New Year's Eve. Like, it is one of my favorite holidays. It really is. Hence my like sparkly top. I didn't really do too much this year because I have a 5-month-old. I stayed inside and was asleep before midnight.
Me too. Yeah. Same.
Although Jensen did wake up and was feeding, and I noticed it was like 11:58, and I was like, okay,
Oh, you
stay
made it,
up.
kinda.
I was like, I'll stay up 2 more minutes, and I like kissed his forehead. So
Oh yeah,
I
I
guess,
was like 10 o'clock.
yeah.
Yeah, no. I saw this meme the other day, though, that was hilarious. Well, I thought it was hilarious because I'm old, but it said, if she gets excited about New Year's Eve, she's too young for you, bro.
Unless you're Brooklyn.
I love New Year's Eve. I like write like a super cheesy post on Facebook like every year. Not because, and this year I put like, I don't do it because I think people really care and they probably don't read it. 'Cause
It's for you.
Exactly. It's for me
Yeah.
to like go back every year and like remember just, I don't know, what that year brought and the lessons that you were taught within that year. And just, I don't know, I like the newness, the freshness. I love the glitter, the champagne. It's like my favorite thing to drink. So
Yeah. What about you, Jenna? How do you feel about New Year's Eve?
It's very
Is that-
cringy to me.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I'm kind of like, if you want a new start, do it whenever. Like, you don't need like a holiday
Yeah,
to do that. And I'm kind
that's
of
true.
always setting new goals for myself. So New Year's is kind of like, to me, just a little like Valentine's Day. I don't like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of
you.
a downer.
like all the holidays I love,
I love Christmas. That's about it.
and I don't.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I love Christmas too. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about New Year's Eve. It kind of gives me like a little excitement about a fresh new year and
Yeah.
stuff, but I also feel like you kind of start that whenever. And I just like, I don't think I've ever had a great time on New Year's Eve. Like,
Yeah, me neither.
My one New Year's Eve, I was like in Hawaii. I decided that my ex-husband and I were divorcing, so we were in Hawaii together because we're like, fuck it, we're just gonna take this trip together. Anyway, we already have it planned, and he went somewhere else, and I just sat at the bar at the hotel drinking like samples of gin with the bartender, like by myself for New Year's. And I was like, great, yay. And I don't know,
That's a
every
lot
year
of
it's kind of like,
hype.
what do you do? It's a lot of hype, and it's like, what do
Yeah.
you do? Do you do a New Year's cruise? Like, what do you do for New Year's Eve? Like, do you go to a party that someone's throwing? Like, I just never know what to do. Like,
Really?
I'm just
I mean,
always like,
I feel like I give you 100 ideas.
go, let's have some,
Yeah, let's
please.
do
I need
it.
some for next year.
Probably my favorite New Year's was I went to Nashville by myself. And so
that's right.
they kind of do like on Broadway Street. That's like their Times Square, you know? And so they have, I think they have like a music note or a guitar or something like that drops at midnight. And it's kind of like Times Square, but you're not like sitting in the freezing cold. You're going into honky tonk bars and all that. Like that was super fun. I mean,
Yeah.
that's an elaborate one. That's not for every.
I have been down there for some holidays, and I always like go back and forth in my mind. I'm like, do I want to brave a thick of people, like just a giant crowd to find fun? Or am I just going to be irritated and have anxiety and want to punch people in the face?
I think New
Yeah.
Year's definitely helps separate the true introverts from the true extroverts.
Yeah.
I was going to say I did that when I was like 23. I don't know if I would do that now.
Right. Different stages of your life.
Yeah.
And just thinking about people and having to drive home and then the traffic and then maybe it's just an age thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
what
know
I
I
thought
got
about.
excited about it when I was young, but then I'd always be disappointed. I was like, that was so dumb. Like that was not as much fun as I thought it was going to be.
Right. And so that's kind of where I'm at, because a friend of mine invited me over, and it's fun because she always does like themed parties, and it's a 20s themed party. And so I was like, I think like I kind of want to go. Like, I'm such a homebody. Like, I need to get out of the house. Like, I've just been in here way too much. It's like Groundhog's Day. But then I started to think about the fact that I'm pregnant, and I was like, I don't really want to be out driving an hour down there and back with all the drunk drivers
No.
by myself. So then I ended up just being a grandma and staying home, and we talked on the phone.
Yeah.
like 2 seconds.
And then my parents FaceTimed and then we all talked on the phone.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. So I don't know. New Year's resolutions then, not so much over there.
No, just
Kinda
same thing, different day. Just keep kicking, keep trying, keep working, keep trying to be retired.
Yeah. You have some exciting things happening in 2022
Yeah.
though. You've got your are you calling it an extension bar?
So it's the hair extension bar, but for short we're calling it the bar because the THE is the hair extension.
I'm going to the bar. Oh, I
We're
love
going to the
that.
bar. Yeah, so yeah, that's super exciting and
That's
we're
so
going to be
cute.
having my hair extension line in there and getting some fun girls on board and training them, and then we're also going to be starting our vacation education too, hopefully by summer.
Nice.
So we'll be able to train girls and do that in vacation spots with
That's
influencers.
awesome.
Yeah, so
And the bar, why don't you give everyone some information about that? We'll link it for you guys below. It's going to be just so cute. And I have always had extensions. So having somewhere to go where they can do a blowout, where they know
Yes.
how the fuck to do it,
Yes.
is so exciting. So
That's all I wanted on New Year's Eve was a good blowout.
Right.
And I couldn't get one.
yeah,
always
I mean, we
wanted to blow,
definitely
too.
are kind of like vibing like with the dry bar feel.
Yeah.
But it's for extensions. So there isn't really like a place where people can go and know like, oh, these people have been certified in extensions. These people specialize in them. They're going to have hair on hand. They're going to have the color that I need. They're going to have everything there. And all I have to do is
awesome.
walk in. So yeah, we're just excited to be able to like kind of be one of the first and put that out there. And hopefully, we'll be able to turn this into a franchise and have them everywhere. And You know, we also have like little payment plans. So like kind of like a Massage Envy, like where you pay for a membership.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know you
love
can make
that.
payments. So it opens it up to a bigger variety of people too that maybe can't afford it but really want it. So yeah, we're really excited to be able to launch that this year. So it's been in the works for about 3.5 years.
So exciting.
It's been a long time coming. But
And it's in San Diego, San Marcos, California, in case you guys don't know where we're based, but we're in San Diego right now. So if you're coming through, and it's going to be super close to your salon too.
yes.
So if you are, how can it work? Like, can you, like, you can get your color done?
Yeah,
and then
I mean,
head over?
yeah.
or-
So like, it is just a hair extension bar. So kind of like, you know, dry bar, you just get shampoo, blow dries. I hate to relate it to Supercuts, but I mean, in the beginning, Supercuts is just haircuts, right? So that's our niche is hair extensions. We do shampoo, blow dries, and all that too. But yeah, you'll just get color done, you know, somewhere else, or we have a lot of really amazing referrals, and Brooklyn is right down the street. My other girl,
Yeah.
Faith, right down the street. So if for some reason somebody needed color or wanted to get color done before, they could shoot right over there and get color done and then come back and get their extensions.
Awesome.
yeah.
And that's going to be done right about the same time that my remodel is going to be done. So
Yes.
lots of exciting stuff
Yeah,
happening.
we both
this
have
year.
some remodeling going.
Oh my
but
gosh.
living in it, you take the cake on that one. That's hard.
I need all the cake to get me through this.
All the red velvet cake.
I ate that whole cake by myself that you got me.
I love it.
Well, yeah, and I was gonna say, wait, we had a piece here, but I don't know if we
No,
did.
I did.
You did, okay. So you had one piece, and then I literally ate the entire thing
Yeah.
by myself at home.
Amazing.
As you should when you're pregnant.
Yeah,
It was actually really good, and I don't like red velvet, but that one I really
It was
like.
bunt cake, right?
I've never had a bundt cake.
Same.
They're so good.
It was
they're
really
so
good.
good.
They're so
Yeah.
freaking good. Resolutions? You kind of touched on it.
I was
but-
just saying, I'm still like working on mine. My thing, I usually
Yeah.
like to have a word for the year. But I heard something actually this morning. Our church does something really cool. It's called Vision Sunday, and it's the first Sunday of the new year. And they talk about, there's some proverb that says like a man without vision, like won't prosper or something like that. I'm probably totally butchering the Bible right now. But
something like that.
yeah, so they do Vision Sunday. You have like this card, you pray over it, and just like, what are you wanting for the new year? You know, what are you believing for? And so I love things like that. And yeah, so one thing I've always done is kind of had a word for the year. And our pastor actually apparently does the same thing. He said he has a word, but then someone said to him, like, well, why is it for the whole year? Like, once you're kind of done, you've fulfilled that word, like, have a new word for the year. So kind of
Yeah.
like you said, like, you're constantly reinventing, doing
Right.
something else. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm figuring out my word. I think it's going to be purpose. And then it might switch through the year. So who knows?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
What about you? What do you think?
I would like to start with some more affirmations. I kind of like gave those up a while ago because I read a self-help book that was kind of like reading something's not going to change something, but the more you talk about something, the more you think about it, you do bring it about.
Yeah.
So I want to start that again. And I'd like to get to a place of normalcy with life in general. Like, I swear the past 4 years has been a divorce, a move to Nashville, my identity getting stolen twice, you know, just all sorts of crazy
didn't know
stuff.
about that.
Oh my gosh. When I was in escrow with my house in Nashville, somebody stole my identity twice. And I had, it was like a part-time job going to the police station, getting this,
Oh my
coming and picking this
gosh.
up. And so my credit score dropped drastically. I fell out of escrow, lost about 20 grand. And, that I swear almost gave me a heart attack before I even turned 30.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah.
Well, no, I had just turned 30. But yeah, so I just want to get to a place where I can like actually like nest. Like there's nowhere I can even put baby
Yeah.
stuff right now that doesn't get dusty and disgusting. So it's like it's just been I've just been in a constant state of limbo the past
Yeah.
few years, which I haven't felt settled anywhere. And because I'm such a homebody, I thrive when I am comfortable and things are organized and clean. And I haven't had that at all for the past few years.
Yeah.
So, getting the remodel done is a really big goal. I am going to have a baby this year, so that's crazy.
Super crazy.
And that's one reason why I'd like to get back to normalcy too, and with my diet too. I've not been eating great because it's just so hard to cook when you're on a camp stove and have like a fridge in a 45-degree garage, you know? So yeah, that's been difficult. So my goals are pretty just basic, I guess, for this year. Just trying to like get back to some sort of normalcy where I can kind of create content and like do the fun stuff that I, like to do and get back to exercise and like eating healthy. But just enjoying trying to enjoy the process too, but I feel like
Being
I'm
in the
really
moment.
just over the process right now. It's been so long.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I can't imagine not being able to nest. That is a real thing when you're pregnant. Like, I moved in March of last year, and then I just went like nesting crazy. So as soon as you like settle in February, you'll go crazy. And
Yeah.
it's a fun kind of crazy nesting. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a little stressful. You're like, I won't sleep until this is done, but then you'll just get it done, and then you'll sleep really good.
That's why I want to start it early, because I'd like to do it slowly as opposed to like having to shove everything. But the only room that I have open to turn into a nursery right now has a giant rabbit enclosure in it. For 2 rescues that I actually had the intentions of rehoming ever since I rescued her, but I fell in love with her, and so I kept her. But I think, unfortunately, like, I'm gonna have to find her a good forever home because I don't have a single open room. Yeah. So this year at some point we're building a giant barn also, which is gonna have my little workout studio, my little filming studio, and my whole animal space. But until I have that barn, I don't have any space right now. So I'm like bursting at the seams. So yeah, just getting normalcy back, I guess, and hopefully I can nest. Like, I just want to go buy cute little baby things, and I can't buy anything. So I have one little spot in the closet where I've been keeping stuff, like, in a bag so it doesn't get nasty. But other than that, like, there's just shit everywhere. I have, like, workout equipment in my bedroom. I have a Peloton in there. I have a treadmill in there. I have weights in there. It's, like, it's a shit show in there. It's just not relaxing
And
at
you're
all.
recording in there too, right?
I'm recording in a different room, but that
Okay.
room's also a shit show. There's like a mattress leaned up against the wall because it's the guest room mattress.
That's how my recording room upstairs is. There's a mattress literally leaning against the wall.
It's so uninspiring, isn't it though? Like, I
is.
just want to be in a space that's like clean and organized,
Yeah.
and like that I know that I'm going to be working out of for a while.
Yeah.
But it's like musical rooms and stuff. So
It just takes time.
Yeah.
Today, I mean, it's a Sunday we're filming. I literally just came from church. So if I keep talking about church, that's why. But our pastor said today when he got up and he was thinking about, okay, Vision Sunday, and like, I want to give a good message. His 3-year-old came to him and was like, Daddy, I pooped my pants. And like, you know, he's still in diapers. So he's like, okay, great. Guess I've got to go change you. And he's like, even when I was sitting there, and he's like, this was like a 21 wipe kind of poop. Like it just kept coming. Like it was a mother load of, you know, a loaded diaper. And so he's like, even when I was changing this crazy diaper, he's like, I thought to myself, life is messy. Like shit happens, you know? I mean, maybe the pastor didn't say shit happens, but so I feel like in life, like just remember that, like for this new year, it's like, you want these things. You want to nest. You want to work out. You want to have a place to, you know, for your animals, for the baby. And it's messy. Life is just messy. And I think sometimes when we like remember that and we're just like, oh, okay, like it's okay that life is messy and I'm not settled right at this moment. You'll get there.
yeah.
Well, and I think your perspective is huge too. Like if you can take yourself out of seeing that like immediate issue and seeing the bigger picture and what it could be doing for your life and bringing or taking away, then that will help you just get to the next point. You know, I've had to learn that lesson a lot the past 2 years, and it's completely changed my life. So
Yeah. I've definitely been trying to do that. Going on 8 months with no kitchen is really testing me though, because I'll go through like, I mean, for any other situation, that's very key, I think. Like just trying to microwave something with like a moist paper towel.
I mean, that's
I'm
so
like,
out of your control.
let me just walk to the other side of the house. But you know what? I'm grateful for so many things. Like we live on 3 acres. We live in a beautiful climate. Like we've got a lot going for us. But I am excited to be able to go camping. I bought my motorhome like a year ago and I haven't even camped in it once. Like I just need some adventure in my life, you know? So I'm excited for that. And I actually just are meeting up with a couple people that I told you that to interview to watch my animals when I'm out of town. So I think I might find somebody really great out of those.
That baby moon in.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I need a baby moon so badly.
Where are you thinking for baby moon?
I wanted to go to Bora Bora as a celebration of selling the business and just whatever. But I think by the time that I'm able to even do that, I'm going to be too big to enjoy it. Like I have a trip planned the end of this month. One of Nick's friends is turning 40 and they're snowboarding and stuff. It's going to be negative 11 degrees, y'all. I don't
Where
know
are
what
you
the hell
going?
I'm going to do. Wisconsin.
So fun.
Wow.
Yeah, but I can't like really
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you
drink.
going to do? You can't
Yeah, what
really
am I gonna do?
Can you snowboard?
I don't snowboard.
Yeah.
just enjoy the nature. Enjoy
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
beautiful
have to-
mountains, the snow.
That's what I'm gonna have to do. But I think everyone's gonna be snowboarding, so I'll just be chilling at the bar with like water.
I went last December to Big Bear and I was pregnant and I couldn't
Yeah.
go in the jacuzzi. I just stuck my feet in. I
that's
couldn't
right.
drink. I couldn't. But it was still fun and it's just beautiful being there, get out and like.
These are
Yeah.
all the reasons I hated being pregnant.
It's going on for so long.
So long.
It's been so long.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like the child's here and
So
I have this
crazy.
little human and then
Yeah.
they're 5 months and you're like, whoa,
It's crazy.
when did that happen?
I can feel her move. Like it's usually in the morning around 2-3 p.m. and then like at night. Very active baby.
So when would you be potentially going on vacation for a baby moon? Like how many months would you be?
So, well, I'm 22 weeks today.
Okay.
So, and by the time you guys listen to this, I'll almost be 23 weeks. But February, we're thinking about going to Mexico. That's Nick's baby moon, because he's picking a good spot to go surf and stuff.
Like, wait, Nick gets a baby moon?
We both do, because he loves Mexico and I love Mexico too. But I've honestly been to Mexico so many effing times in the past 2 years because you haven't been able to really go anywhere
Right.
else.
Yeah.
That I'd like something a little different. I love Mexico. Don't get me wrong. Like we're even talking about living there at some point. But yeah. So Bora Bora, I think I'll be like, what, in my early 30, like 30. I'm
I
horrible at
was-
math, but
I
think I'll
was
be-
30 weeks pregnant when I went to Cancun for our baby moon.
Yeah, so I'll be more like 34, 33.
Pushing it. You can't fly
Right.
up to 36.
Right. So that's where I'm thinking more Bora Bora might have to wait
Have you
until
been there before?
I have.
Okay, so you know you love it.
Oh my gosh, it's like it looks like a photoshopped picture. Like the water is just like highlighter blue. It is just, I stepped out of the plane and looked and I was just like, okay, so all those screensavers, they are not photoshopped. Like it really looks like this, because it's the only place I've been to that looks the same in person as it does in photos. Like there's certain places in Mexico that I've gone
Yeah.
that's supposed to look a certain way, and like St. Bart's and stuff, and I get there and I'm like, the water doesn't look anything like the pictures. Like it just looks like the river, you know? So we'll see. But how was vacation at 30 weeks?
I was fine.
Yeah.
I was fine. Yeah. Came back a little bit swollen because I just ate bad and
Yeah.
but it was fine. It was fun. I liked it. I mean, you couldn't really do too much. Like couldn't go
Yeah.
like zip lining through the forest, but I just wanted to sit by a pool and relax and drink my little
Mocktail?
Yeah, my little mocktail. So it was
Yeah.
fun.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. So okay, Jenna, you said you don't really do New Year's resolutions. Do you have any New Year's kind of?
No, just continuing to do, what I
You have so
like
much
to
on your
do.
plate right
yeah,
now.
I just like.
Yeah, you're
I
just
mean,
distracted.
I definitely am in a constant state of trying to balance. Right.
I was gonna say you're in a constant state of New Year's. Like
Yes.
Jenna's like constantly go, 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 go.
Yeah.
I mean, both these women are, but like
I was about to say, I kind of feel like I'm always trying to start something new and a new project and stuff. But one thing that I do at the beginning of the year that I don't do any other time is I get to buy a new happy planner. Do you guys use paper planners?
I don't.
But
I should.
I think I've like always bought one and I never do anything with
Yeah.
it.
I have all my markers and my stickers and like all this. It's funny because someone was posting on their story. They were like something about how people like buy all the planners and the stickers and the little pens and highlighters that they like never use. And I was like, I actually use all of that stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's like my Zen moment in the morning. I'll get my little espresso. I'll pull my planner out. I'll get my little stickers, my little like all of my shit. I got all the shit. And put it on the table and like drink my coffee, put something on, like a show on, and I'll like just write out my little schedule and everything. And I have to do that because I mess up my phone one so much. Like I'll accidentally click the wrong day or like swipe the wrong something, and I'm like, look at it and I'm like, wait, where is it? It was supposed to be on the 15th. It's not there anymore. So I use a paper one because I mean, I use a phone one too, but I have two, so there's a fail safe.
I like paper pen stuff. Ken, it's always like you
Yeah.
have a freaking laptop, a computer, like you have everything, and I just always go to paper and pen. So maybe if I did that, I would be more apt to get up and do those types of things. But yeah, I just think that I just need to find balance. That's always
Yeah.
a struggle. And
Totally.
the thing about the new year, the only thing that I'm kind of doing now, because I feel like it affects other people, is with my business and like doing hair, is I need to like restructure that a little bit and get like dates and times and boundaries and, you know, like get that very, very clear and moving forward this year. So that's something that involves other people. So I feel like that's okay to be like, oh, new year, new this or that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I just need to, I do need to like focus on myself a little bit more, because I got like an autoimmune disease like in 2019, and I was really good about, you know, boundaries and taking care of myself first. And as I get more into the grind, I let that go and I don't take care of myself as much. So
Right.
definitely putting those boundaries with clients and work and all that will help me do that personally. So
I'm in the same boat. I definitely need some more like me time. Like, also, I'm being too much of a homebody. I never leave my house, and it's Groundhog's Day. And I was literally, my friend's like, "How are you?" And I'm like, honestly, like, I need more friends in San Diego, because I'm in my house all the time. Like, I never leave my house. And
well,
anyone,
Nick's not there a lot.
no,
right?
and he'll be at work for 4 days, and it's like every time I'm home, I'm busy as hell. I have all the stuff to do, but then it's 10 p.m. and I haven't done a damn thing for myself all day, really, except for my little stupid planner. If I pull that shit out,
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to like be making the time to go to dinner. I maybe need to like take up shooting at the range, just like some different
I'll go
things.
shooting with you. Oh, you can't
Yeah.
right now.
I can't right now. But my friend who was like, "How are you?" She's like, "You should go shooting with me." And Nick's like, "We should go shooting." And I'm like, I
Let's
can't.
do a girls' day at the range.
I've
be
never
fun.
held a gun.
I need to.
That's what you mean, shooting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a shotgun, but I have only shot it like once or twice. So
Really?
yeah, yeah.
I grew up shooting. I've been shooting
Yeah, so-
shotgun since I was 12, and then my wedding present was actually a handgun from Andy, a 9mm. So
What are you guys looking forward to this year? Like, are there some things happening this year that you're excited for, or vacations that you want to do, or retreats that you're doing, or?
our faces are like, ugh.
My sister's getting
yeah.
married in Germany. I'm gonna go do that.
That's really cool.
I'll
That's
have like
exciting.
a 2-month-old baby. How the hell do I get a passport for a brand new baby?
Do you
as
need a
soon
passport at
as-
2 months?
You do. I researched it.
As soon as you get the Social Security card, which they file for it at the hospital, once it comes in within like a week or two, then you can file and get a passport.
Yeah, but doesn't
have
it
to
take a while
expedite
to
it.
get? Yeah, passports are like tricky
Or
right now
2 months.
too.
Yeah.
Didn't you not get yours, or somebody? I know several people that like didn't get theirs in time for something, and then they ended up having to go somewhere else.
If you had to, I think you can go to downtown San Diego and like stand in
Stand
line
there
and
all
like
day?
get
Yeah.
Just
I
make a
guess
day of it.
I have 3 months, because her due date is May 8th. God willing, it'll be May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, they changed it?
No, but
Oh.
she's a few days ahead, and Nick's like, it's gonna be Cinco de Mayo. Like, Nick wants to be Mexican so bad. He like looks Mexican, wants to be
I
Mexican
totally thought
so
Nick
bad.
was Mexican.
That's so
I'm
funny.
gonna tell him he said that, because that's gonna make his fucking year.
Yeah.
I think it's the mustache
Yeah,
that makes
it
him look
definitely.
Mexican.
It's like Luigi or something.
Yeah, he's also really
Luigi's
tan.
Italian.
I know, but it's still whatever.
He's really tan.
Same
too.
difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Germany for me, with the 3-month-old.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Interesting. I think the whole plane's gonna be full of our family though, so like I'll be able to like kind of pass her around a little bit.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't have anything planned yet, other than we're going snowboarding in
Oh, fun.
February. That'll be Jensen's first trip to the mountains with snow, so that'll be fun. We're getting him like little snow clothes and beanies and jackets.
Aw.
It's really funny, like these big poofy jackets on a little baby.
Yeah. How do
So
you guys
cute.
do? You bring a family member to watch him while you guys snowboard, or like how do you do that?
So I had to figure it out. Andy, all he said he wanted for Christmas was lift tickets, because we didn't get to go last season because I was pregnant, and that's like our thing we do together is snowboarding. So we haven't been since 2020, 2019.
2019?
I don't know. Yeah,
Or 2020.
and I don't know, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And
What
he
year
had-
are we in?
yeah. What year is it? So and he had just gotten a new snowboard that he hasn't even used yet. So I was like, okay, how do we do this with a 5-month-old? Because we can't do a day trip. That's way too much. Like, I mean, Big Bear is
Yeah.
like, what, 2 hours one way, I think? I don't know. But can't do a day trip with a kid that age. And so I was like, okay, we have to stay up there. But I would need something like walking distance to the slopes and have someone stay there. So we're going with 2 couples and 2 of my girlfriends. So they're both engaged. And they're guys snowboard, but they don't snowboard or ski. And so they're
Perfect.
like, we'll stay with the baby. Like, you go snowboard, so I'll probably go snowboarding like half day. But if I need to, I can walk. It's like 5 minutes to the slope. So
Yeah, I want to
That's
know what that
awesome.
is.
yeah.
That's cool.
So we're excited to go and So that's it for now. I love my birthday. So whenever January comes around, I'm like, okay, I've got 5 months to plan my next birthday.
Oh my gosh, I'm turning 40.
Woo!
Yeah, we have to do something.
That's huge, Jenna.
A trip.
Yes, I know. I need to do. My mom keeps telling me, she's like, we need to plan now. You need to plan something now. What are you going to plan? I'm like, planning so much. I don't know what to do. Like,
Tell your mom to take it over.
I'm like, yeah.
What do you want to do? Like, what
I
sounds
don't.
fun?
I honestly, like, I'm
trip
so.
or-
I don't
Well,
even
you don't wanna
know.
fly.
I'm so busy that like everything sounds exhausting. Like planning a birthday sounds exhausting.
I can relate.
Yeah. So I don't know. I keep telling her, I'll let you know. But I think I just want something like relaxing and like a spa weekend or something like that. You know, like just where I don't feel like hungover or sick or not good at the end of it. I want to feel better than I did the week before. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what 40 does to you.
I'm already there. I'm 33 now, so
Well, you're pregnant. So.
yeah, I was there before I was pregnant though.
Yeah.
I'm
And we're
such
going
a
to have like
grandma.
almost a brand new business. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's going to be crazy. This year is going to be nuts.
Maybe I'm invited myself. Maybe we can do like a staycation at a really cool little place in Santa Barbara or something.
That's
fun.
what I was thinking. I like that kind of thing. We already talked. I was like, I just want it girls if I do anything, and I just want it like 10 girls. Like I already said, who like obviously you guys, and you're gonna have a 2-month-old.
But she's
Yeah.
a girl, so she
Yeah,
can come.
exactly. Well, Skylar will be there. She can babysit.
Oh, there
But-
you go.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe something like that. But I guess that's a big thing this year.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah. I feel like I had my lots of big stuff last year, like with the baby, and now
Yeah.
I'm like,
You turned
okay, I can. Yeah, I turned 30. I was pregnant on my 30th birthday, so this year I want to go all out for my birthday.
I remember before you got
Yeah.
pregnant, you were talking about how you absolutely were not going to get pregnant for your 30th birthday.
Yeah, don't say things like that. I've learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. I haven't done anything for my birthday for the past 2 years. Nothing. Not even. I like literally made a reservation for myself the day before my birthday. I was gonna say this year, last year, last month. So yeah, I feel like I need to do something this coming year, like a trip, maybe Bora Bora, maybe Australia. I don't
There
know.
you go.
Yeah, Australia would be amazing.
Yeah, I would love to go back. So, what do you want to do for your birthday?
I'm not quite sure yet. I had a lot of plans for my 30th. Like I wanted to rent out a yacht and do like an all white party, have everyone like
Oh,
head to toe
fun.
in white. I don't know. I've always wanted to do that.
That's what I wanted
cool.
to do too. But
yeah. Maybe
yeah.
we should do that for your 40th. Oh, well, you want to do
Oh.
a mellow thing.
Maybe if it's just all girls, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We could rent like a small one and
Yeah,
Santa
we got this
Barbara
house
and-
in Ventura once, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. So yeah, maybe something just
Ooh.
mellow like that.
I know. Get a sick ass house in Santa Barbara.
Uh-huh.
Get a private chef,
Yeah.
and we can go like do maybe when there's like a really good concert. There's a really cool outside theater in Santa
cool.
Barbara that you can kind of like walk to from some little places, and then have a masseuse come over and do massages for everybody.
Yes.
Pool, jacuzzi,
Yep.
all that stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, mellow but fun, and I like
Yeah.
I like intimate. I don't like
Yeah.
big parties and there's loud music and like I don't want to compete to talk. I want to have a good
Yeah.
conversation and like bond and so,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my idea of a good time.
That's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
settled.
done. Perfect.
Done.
I'll share
That's
my
what we're
birthday
doing.
with you since you didn't have
There
one
you
last
go.
year. So you can share it
I'll
with me.
piggyback.
Yeah, it'll be your half birthday, right?
Perfect.
perfect. It's about.
It's about June and December.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Done.
Well, should we, you guys have any words of advice for anybody, like kind of going into a new year or just in general? So we can,
Be kind to yourself
yeah.
and remind yourself of the things that you're grateful for continuously
Yes.
because that's such a game changer.
Writing them down
Yeah.
is very powerful. I feel
My
like.
daughter and I this morning we went on a walk and like the first 20 minutes we were walking, we just went back and forth and said the little tiniest things that we were grateful for to each other. Like super teeny tiny. I mean, the fact that we can walk and not have pain or that we
Right.
can breathe or, we've never had COVID. None of us in our family have had COVID. That's kind of cool,
Yeah.
Just little things like that. I don't know. I don't know. So I think that's important. Like it just will really help your perspective, and perspective is everything. It will drive everything in your life. So
Gratitude is so important. Like literally last night I went to the grocery store and I remember days when I couldn't buy everything that I wanted to at the grocery store. And when I was unloading my groceries, I was like thinking, oh, this is so annoying that I have to do all of this by myself in the cold and the dark. And then I was like, you know what, bitch? You're lucky. You went to the grocery store and you bought everything that you wanted.
That's so funny.
And
That's
that is
exactly
a
what I
big
said.
deal.
Yeah. One of the things I said is like because I remember like going to the grocery store or digging through our couches trying to find change to get shit off the dollar menu at McDonald's, and
or pay the electricity bills.
yeah, I was like, I literally can go to the store and I don't even have to think twice about if I can afford to buy everything that's in my cart, because you're sitting there like, oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna ring it up and I'm gonna have to put stuff back and I'm gonna be embarrassed, and so little things.
Just that might be
big things to people right now, so I shouldn't say that, but
Well, it's all perspective, you know, like maybe to us these days, buying whatever we want at the grocery store is a little thing,
right?
But it is probably a big thing to some people.
Right.
I mean, it's all perspective. It's all, it's all relative, I guess.
Right. But finding that thing that is
Little
grateful.
to you.
Yes,
and
exactly.
That you have, like just having a roof over your head. Like
Absolutely.
that seems like a small thing to a lot of people in America because we do have that, but there's so many people that don't have that.
Especially with rent prices right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
seriously. Yeah, one of the words I was thinking of, I have like 4 words written down, and the second one was gratitude. Purpose and gratitude were 2 of the ones, because I think gratitude, to me, it kind of goes hand in hand with like joy. Like, where does your joy come from? Does it come from having all these lavish things in life, all these luxuries, or does it just come from the fact that you're healthy, that you have food on the table, that you have people who love you, that you have friends beside you, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where your joy should come from, the foundation of it, and then you go forward to everything else in your life. And when you start from there, then everything else is just kind of like an overflow of your life, And I think it's so hard, like, at Vision Sunday, they were talking about today, like, a lot of us don't sit and like write down the things that we want for the year, or the things that we want for ourselves. And it could be like kind of a far stretch, like I want to live in this, like, I don't know, $1 million home someday, or I want to, drive this specific car, whatever it is. It's, we don't stop to sit and write down those things because we're so focused on things that we don't have, and it's like, I think that we should, I think
You'll never get there if that's all if you're only thinking about the lack thereof.
exactly. And I think you two are amazing examples of that. You both have come from like little, and you're at this place now where you can look back, like you said, and just remember those times. And I think it's important to sit and write those things down. And Andy and I are going to do that tonight. We have these like vision cards, and we're going to sit and pour a glass of wine and be like, okay,
I love that.
What do we want for our lives? What do we want this year? What do we want in 5 years? What do we want in 10 years? And like, let's focus on it. And what you focus on expands, I think.
I think I'm going to do that too. I'm going to steal a page out of your book and do that with Nick. I did the other day print up, I have a habit tracker that I keep on my mirror. So I'll put like, you can put in whatever you want, like Peloton, treadmill, walking Piper, stretching, whatever. And like, I can mark the days that I did it, or like 8 cups of water. And so I mark it. So I have that on my mirror. And then I printed a new one up yesterday and put it on Nick's side. So when he gets home tomorrow morning, he's going to be like, what the fuck is this? But it's basically like an entire crazy like date list of ideas of stuff to do. Because that's something that I'm lacking in my life right now, is like adventure. Like, I'm used to traveling a lot and seeing new things. And even if it doesn't cost any money, just going and doing something, going fishing, going whatever. So I printed this thing and put it on his mirror, and it's got all of these different things on it. And periodically he'll send me like a link to something. He's like, we should do this. And so I put on there yesterday, apparently in Carlsbad, there's an oyster farm that you can like tour, and they have food and drink. What?
And get like the pearls out and stuff, or?
Yeah, and eat them. I don't eat oysters. Nick does, but apparently he thinks that would be really fun. So I wrote that on there, and he just mentioned to me that he wanted to volunteer at the SeaWorld Rehabilitation Center.
Oh, nice.
He sent me a video this morning of a little sea lion, and I'm like, what the fuck are you
The
doing
one
with a
that
sea
just
lion?
learned how to swim? It's
No.
first swim? Oh, no.
No, it's one that they picked up off the beach because he's got like a barb in his ear or something, and so they're waiting for SeaWorld to come pick him up. And so he sent me this video of this like super cute little, is it not a sea lion? Yeah, sea lion. Little sea lion in the back of his, like, I don't know if he was in a fire truck or what.
So sweet.
But yeah, super cute. So I think writing things down is like super important. I write and do notes and lists for everything. So I think I'm going to do that. That's a good idea to figure out what you want to do. Like where you want to be in a year, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, all of the above, and kind of, figure that out, because you got to put your mental state first and like taking care of yourself, because you just get burnt out.
Well, and when you're a couple, that's a whole nother ball game too. It's not like just goals for yourself. Like we're actually just talking about this with a couple of our friends, and like being on the same page with your spouse or your partner is such a big deal, because if you don't have each other's backs and support each other in your dreams, if you're not going to the same place, like you need to know, like we're both headed here. Now, how do we get there? You
gotta check in with them.
Exactly. Well, and Ken, he's so supportive. Like we both have a very clear direction of where we want to end up, where we want to be, how we're going to get there. And, like even with this kind of thing, like he didn't even tell me, he just was like, here's Mike's, here's this, here's that, so awesome. He's just super supportive. And I think that's really important, is to, like you said, have that conversation, figure out where you guys are going and how you're going to get there. And then the other thing I was going to say too, when you're talking about things to do, I think disconnecting is really important. We just had a whole thing with my daughter yesterday about that, and we just started to see her kind of getting like not satisfied. You know what I mean? I don't know how to like pick it up, but as a parent, you guys will see, like you'll see things in your kids that like only you'll be able to know. And I was like, okay, we're just
she's 16 too.
She's 16,
just so people listening know.
Yeah, so my daughter's 16, and she's an amazing kid. Like, my kids are great. I'm not biased.
They really are. They're
amazing.
like, they're
biased,
like ideal, like role
they're
model.
amazing.
Kind of
but sometimes I can just see little things, and I was like, we're gonna take the phone away today. You're not in trouble. You didn't do anything wrong, but like I think we just need to disconnect. And so it kind of made me think, every Sunday, like we need to disconnect, because it's easy to be unhappy or looking to the next thing or the next thing or the next thing to make you happy, because you see so much now on your phone constantly that like, this person has this, and this person's hanging out with this person, and they're going here, and they're going on vacation, they're buying this. I'm like, and we just completely disconnected yesterday, and it was so nice to just be like, this is life, and it almost like makes you feel like this isn't that important. Like all this sliding, all this liking, all this, because it's our jobs. Like we do have to, even as hairdressers, we have to be on all the time and be social media experts and this and that. And so maybe that could be something too, like maybe once a week or once a month or something, like just cut out all electronics and just enjoy each other and just make your whole family do it.
Yeah. You could even go the extra mile to that. So we were in Georgia for Nick's cousin's wedding, and we were in this super cute like little cottage that was on like a little mini vineyard, and the owners lived like a half a mile away. And it's funny because Nick said this, and I was thinking this, and he goes, we should just like rent an Airbnb sometime in the middle of freaking nowhere, where we just have board games and like walks and stuff like that. And I was like,
yes,
that's so funny that you said that, because as I was looking here, I was like, we should do that.
There's a new show that you're going to love. Oh. It's on Netflix. Actually, I don't think it's that new. I just discovered it, so it's new to me. I think there's like 2 seasons. But it's called like Amazing Vacation Rentals or something like that. And it's you've heard of it? Yeah. So Andy and I just started watching it. Yeah, and it's these 3 people who like go around, and there was just one that was like in the middle of Montana on like
Montana's pretty.
Sorry, my mic. It was like at least like 90 acres or something, and there was like no TV in there. It was just beautiful. Like you wake up in the bed and it's all glass, and you're just like overlooking the mountains in Montana. $300 a night.
That was my next question.
I was like hitting Andy, going, Andy, like we're going here. When are we going here? Yeah.
Airbnb has a really cool area on it now where you can click, and it's like shows you unique like little weird places. And so I clicked it, and they're just all over the world, which is cool, because I almost want to throw a dart and just be like, okay, where are we gonna end up? Where are we gonna go? Like let's find something here. And it showed one person had turned like a train cart into like a train car or whatever into like a little Airbnb, which was really cute. One was like a little bubble, one was a tree house, and there's just a lot of really cool ones, and they're affordable because they're just in BFE,
Yeah.
And it takes a while to get there.
Yeah, there's some really cool ones on the show. There's one in Joshua Tree that's like we should do someday. It's like called the Invisible House because it's
all the glass.
All glass. Yeah, it's so cool.
They're the mirror, I guess. Yeah. I saw that.
What I was going to say too, you're talking about like unplugging. Today, again, they talked about fasting and like, yeah, that's kind of like the term is like kind of religious.
You can fast from anything.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be food. It doesn't have to be a religious thing. Like, I think I'm trying to figure out like, okay, what do I need to kind of cleanse? Even if it's just for like 2-3 days, like I think I'm going to do like a week of it. And for me, I really think I need to just cleanse social media right now. It's just something I need to take a step back and like cut off cold turkey for a little bit and then come back to it with like a sober mind. And, you know, so I think everyone should think about like, what are those things that like you know, that you want to cleanse yourself of? And maybe it is something to do with food. Like maybe it's alcohol or maybe it's sugar or, you know, but I think everyone should start the year with some sort of a fast, you know, that's just something I like. Last Sunday they called it Shredder Sunday. And so it's kind of the same concept of like, okay, what are the things you want to get rid of for the new year? You know, like what are you kind of refusing to bring in to this new year? You know, and so you write those things down and then you like go put it in a little shredder. I encourage everyone to do that too, you know, like for me, some of the things were just like control or like fear, were just some of the quick little things I wrote down. It was like, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I'm just, maybe you don't have a shredder at home, but like write it down and like tear it up or burn it or, you know, I think sometimes writing things down and then like having an action, like it's just kind of almost like a symbolizing sort of way of, that's probably so not a word, symbolizing.
It makes sense.
I don't know. I'm making my own words all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is now.
I just like things like that. I don't know.
Symbolic.
Symbolic. There you go. Thank
Symbolic,
you.
yes.
Guess I'm not as slow today as I thought.
I was just thinking that.
There you go.
Turn it on.
Yeah. What about like fitness? Do you guys have like fitness? I know you said just
always.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, it's just a lifestyle or a lifelong goal. It will be a lifelong battle, you know, health and fitness. Like, I feel like that's something we always are going to, you know, we'll be on a high and then we'll have to circle back and we'll have a low. Like, that's just life. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little vulnerable here. Like, this is the heaviest I've ever been. And it's, I mean, yes, I have to have grace for myself because I have a 5-month-old, you know. But I, like, lost the baby weight and then, like, I've gained, like, 5 pounds back because I've just been eating, like, whatever I wanted.
That happens during the holidays, though.
Right, it
I
happens
mean, that's
everywhere.
just a given.
Yeah. So I do have some, like, fitness goals. And one of the things I love, my husband said to me, he's like, don't, like, have these crazy, unattainable goals. Like, he was like, what did he say? Complexity is, like, the enemy of execution, basically. And he was like, just have it be simple. He's like, just have consistency be your goal. Like, how many days you want to work out? 4 days, 3 days? Like, what is it? Just make sure you're consistent. Don't have like a time or this many pounds or this, you know. So that's where I'm at. It's just because I took a lot of time time off not working out. So
Excuse me.
so I'm excited to just be on that journey. And
Yeah.
I'm not doing it because of the new year. I needed to get through the busyness of the holidays.
Yes.
And so it just kind of happens to coincide.
Yes,
Yeah.
With the
exactly.
new year, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, totally. I think I'm on the same train there. Like, I just want to kind of get back to like working out, not waking up in the morning and being like, oh my gosh, I have a million things
Yes.
to do. I'll work out later. Oh, I'm too tired now. Like, I just need to like get it done and do it.
I just simply want to get up and walk. That's
Yeah.
it. I don't want to stress my body out any more than it already is. I want to de-stress with exercise. So I think just getting up and walking and getting like a fresh outlook before the day starts, I think that's my goal again.
It's good too.
get
It
back
releases
to that.
endorphins too.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
kind of puts your body in a good, you know, state. I like to get up and walk the dog, which is 1.25 miles. And then I try to do some treadmill, and usually I'll not let myself watch any of my junk TV shows unless I'm on the treadmill or the Peloton.
That's-
So I turn the TV to face it, and then I'm like, okay, now you can watch it, bitch. Yeah,
Got to
so-
work for it.
Yes.
One thing I was going to say too, if there are people out there who really like doing resolutions and goals for the new year, I took a goal setting class one time, and I think a lot of people do these very like vague goals, like I want to lose weight, you know, in this new year, or I want to work out more, or, you know, whatever it is. And they never set like,
Specifics.
set the specifics, you know, have it be like attainable, have it be, you know, have a time stamped on it. Like I want to achieve this, like I want to lose 5 pounds by the end of February.
Point of making like a more specific goal, because I think that's important, because when you just have like a very broad goal, you kind of just put it off, and when you don't have a timeline, and I have a whole year, and then before you know it, October, you could almost put that title and then put bullet points below it. Like, I want to do 5 pounds by February. I want to drink 8 cups of water every single day, or whatever it is. Somehow this mic keeps getting closer and closer.
I keep noticing you doing that. It's like,
yeah, he just really wants to be all up in my grill. See, is it coming? It is.
Maybe it needs to be tighter.
Maybe a little bit, but I think that's a really good call out.
yeah, and I think the more bullet points, like you said, that you can put on it, like, okay, if you want to drink however many ounces of water a day, okay, by noon you have to drink this many, or if you want to lose 5 pounds by February, then by end of January you have to make sure you're at the 2.5 mark, or do this every day. Like, the more you can break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces, especially like financial goals, like, I want to have this much saved by the end of the year, and it may sound like a lot, but when you break it down, like I did, for example, I was like, I want to have I think it was like $1 million in savings like in 5 years. And when I broke it down, it literally came down, if I work a 3-day work week, it was like a little over $100 a day. I was like, and like as a hairdresser, a lot of times we make that in tips. So I'm like, if I just put my tips away for like 5 years, I'll have just $1 million sitting in the bank. Like, so, and it's crazy when you take big goals like that and you break them down, like how attainable they really can be, so
you can't eat a whole cow in one bite.
You could try, but
you're going to fail miserably. I think that's a great call out too. And it also holds you accountable, because if you're supposed to drink 8 cups of water a day and it's noon and you haven't had any,
you can chug them all.
Yeah,
You were saying about accountability, holding yourself accountable. I think it's really important to, if you can, have like an accountability partner,
Your spouse.
Your friend, like, maybe it's a mentor, someone you work with, whatever, and maybe it's not fitness. And you can have like different accountability partners for different goals that you have, like a financial goal, consult someone who is successful financially, fitness, have someone who's, and I think it's just so important to have those people in your life that you can that can help hold you accountable to what you want and help push you to get you there, and just have someone to talk to about it too, so you're not just like doing everything on your own, because that's not fun.
No, totally, I agree.
Awesome.
So we want to know, what are some of your guys' New Year's goals, resolutions? Do you have a word? What is it that you guys, what's your vision? I think that'd be fun to see people's visions. Like, what's your vision for the new year? I think no matter where you're at in your life, like, I think everyone should pause and just stop focusing on what you don't have and focus on what you want, and like write it down, even if it's like one sentence, even that's all you can do. Like, write something down, 5 words. What do you want for the new year? What's your vision?
Or what are some exciting things that you have coming up this year?
Yeah.
Like if you're having a baby, or you're turning 50 or 40, or anything exciting, we'd love to know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to hear. And if you're on YouTube, you can leave it in the comments for sure. I asked on my Instagram story, I was like, what are people what are you looking forward to this year? And I read and responded to a bunch of them, and there's a lot of babies coming this year, a lot of
COVID
marriages.
Yay.
Yeah, a lot of babies, a lot of marriages.
Yeah. We just had 3 of our best friends all get engaged within like a month or 2 of each other.
Yeah.
So we've got some weddings.
Hopefully I'll be getting engaged this year.
Yeah.
All of our money's going to this remodel, so I might get like a twig for a ring, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Definitely.
Well, we'd love to hear from you guys. Hopefully you had the best Christmas, the best New Year's Eve, and if not, it will get better. So, and welcome to the new YouTube channel. We're excited to have our own channel.
Yes, definitely.
Cool. Well, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, be safe and take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.